Hey everyone, good evening and welcome to another episode of Talk with the Missus. We're excited today. I'm sure it's going to be a phenomenal day. I want to just welcome you to, this platform. Is just a blessing to be able to connect with all of you from all over the world, literally from every continent of the world.
Yeah.
And we are excited that we are able to share these platforms with you. Well, I've got the missus here today, and I think this is very important. I'm looking forward to today. I'm sure that I am. I'm sure the conversations are going to be a blessing.
Amen.
And very exciting. So, the missus, you want to give a shout out to people?
Well, good evening, everyone. We are so glad that you decided to spend your Thursday evening with us. So thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sending your comments. I'm thanking you in advance. And letting us know where you are tuning in. Yeah, letting us know where you're tuning in from. Share the broadcast. You just never know. I keep on saying it every time because it's so true. You never know who situation you are going to help, and that you are going to transform through a word that comes from God, not from us, and that would minister life and hope and something tangibly great into somebody's life. So please do share, and thank you for tuning in, and thank you for letting us know where you're tuning in from. So please let us know.
All right, great. So please share. You heard from the missus, and I'm sure that you'd respond to the missus because this is Talk with the Missus.
And Mr.
So share, click on the Facebook share to as many people as possible. Copy the YouTube link, send it out to forums, WhatsApp forums, and just platforms that you are part of. I'm sure that they'll be blessed. Today we are going to be talking on what you don't know about women. I mean, the last time we were here, we did what you don't know about men part 1, and part 2 is coming. But I felt, if we just go men, let's hear what you don't know about women. So we thought it was good to do that. So we're going to do that today.
Yeah.
We've just called it What You Don't Know About Women. We didn't put part 1 or part 2 because we don't know whether we will cover everything today. And if we don't, then we would have a part 2.
Yeah.
But if we do, then, we'd have it all wrapped up.
Yeah.
But let us know where you are connecting from. Give a shout out. We see here, Mr. Rosaline Osanakba said, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
God bless you.
Amen.
She said, Mama is looking smashing.
Thank you.
Oh, that is so great. Beautiful. And then we've got Mesha Wallace. Good evening, family. I can't wait to hear. I'm excited to.
Even me.
Yeah. Guys, tell us where you are watching from today. Just tell us,
Good evening, Misha.
So, Misha, God bless you. So all of you who have already put, the greetings, you do that? And every other person who is online, let us know where you're connecting from. We have Chitro Guderi. She said, me too. She's excited. A lot of people are excited.
Yeah.
The women are putting their foot forward. I see.
Excited about this topic.
This is why I love women, because they know how
to celebrate things.
They know how to put their foot forward and to fight for their thing. The men needs to wake up. They're like, yes, today you need to hear what you don't know about women.
I just pray that what the Holy Spirit has led me to say will be things that we can relate to. Things that are genuinely the things that
definitely
need to be spoken.
I believe so. I don't know the things grace. Anyway that you have written.
Yeah, I've left it as a complete.
Yeah,
like the same way you do. Anyway, we always, for those that are new to this broadcast and new to this channel. Wow, I'm saying this channel. When you hear hello for those that are new to this channel, you hear YouTubers or whatever. Anyway, for those that are new, this is
we don't pre-plan.
We don't pre-plan this. This is
my wife doesn't know what I'm coming to say. No. I don't know what she's coming to say.
genuine conversation that we have. You're hearing it as we're saying it.
Exactly.
So
there's no sitting down. Okay, you're going to say this. No. It's raw, genuine, and honest conversation.
Yeah, that's why you see a lot of facial expressions by me. I'm like, I do it all because it's genuinely hearing it for the first time.
It's unedited.
Yes.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah. The unedited version.
All right. So we have, before my Chioma do, she said, Mrs. looking smashing, excited about this topic. You know, the ladies are really hyping you up for this evening, which is good. Sister Toraya, she said, good evening, Pastor Moses and Mrs. Chioma. We're excited. London, beautiful. Mesha Wallace is in Ivory Coast, West Africa.
Lovely.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then we have Juliet Aweka. Good evening, sir, ma'am, connecting from Southampton.
Lovely.
We have great day to hear about Women We Move. That's Kelechi Nolly. That's Evangelist Kelechi from Abuja, Nigeria.
Right?
Yeah, he is. And Chitro is in SS, United Kingdom. We've got good evening, Pastor Moses and Sister Chi, London. Be all bless you from SS UK. All right. See, I'm hearing yes, so yeah, that the women are ready. Okay, Pastor K. God bless you. He said the man is here. Greetings from Braintree.
Yes.
God bless you. Bless you. Men, wake up.
They're here.
Yeah, they're here. Yeah, because the women are hyping themselves.
Yes.
You know, men, we need to start celebrating and praising ourselves.
No, you need to be anyway. I was talking about you guys need to be celebrating women because there's a
women are celebrated
shortage of appreciation, but we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, men are celebrated, women are celebrated more than men are celebrated. That's why there's shortage of men in church because people go to where they are celebrated. It's true. We need to start celebrating men in church. That's why there's shortage of men.
Really?
Yes, it's part of it.
But who's the creating the shortage of the celebration? I don't understand.
The women. Have you not seen Mother's Day versus Father's Day? The way women are celebrating, even all of us. I'm guilty of it. All of us. No, we are all guilty of it because whenever we all speak, my mother, if not for my mother,
the way she
all of us,
me.
All of us. Do you hear people talk about
if not for my father?
Mother's Day, when people are talking, they say, oh, mothers are great, mothers are this, mothers are that. Father, that's Mother's Day message. Father's Day message is man up. Man, it's like you're not doing enough. Why is the message on Father's Day always you are not doing enough? You need to do more. That's why we need to celebrate men.
Let's help the men on. It's
very important.
It's important.
Okay, so we have Deacon's Glory. Good evening, my pastor and Mrs. Welcome again. I'm excited for this. God bless you too. Pussy Prince said, hi, Pastor Moses. Good to see and hear you both.
Thank you.
This one said, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, so let's go.
No. Princess Fauna, God bless you.
Princess Fauna.
All the way from USA.
From the USA. God bless you. Abraham Mubarak. Greetings, sir. I love your program. God bless you. Thank you. Godson, greetings from Raiding. Nash. Good evening, guys. Looking well, thank you.
That may be my uncle. I think that's you. God bless you, uncle.
Good evening, Pastor Moses. The men are on now. Great. They are waking up. I think they are laughing about what I said. That's why they are scarcity of men in church because they are not celebrating the men.
Well, we're gonna celebrate the men. Let's as we heard it now, let's be doing it now. All right. Okay.
All right.
Praise God.
Hallelujah. Yeah, the men are here. They are joining now. Great. Yeah. From Durham. Good evening. That's Okunuwanje, Pastor Moses.
Oh, God bless you.
They are all joining now.
Wow.
Great. We are ready.
Okay. Good evening.
Our people are here.
Everyone is here. I'm so happy. Wow, you guys done like an amazing.
My bishop, Pastor Go, is here. The line is drawn. We have to celebrate the men. Okay, this is not men part 2. I will handle men part 2. Don't worry. Let's go.
That first one, is, if you have not heard it yet, I mean, I don't even know why haven't you heard it yet, but in case you haven't heard it yet, please go and watch it.
What you don't know about men, YouTube.
It is another level. Honestly, it's really, really wonderful. On YouTube, on Facebook, on whatever, on links that we were shared to you, just click it, watch it, and enjoy and learn from it. All right, praise God. So
Joseph from Fort Lauderdale. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So, last 2 weeks ago, we were talking about what you don't know about men.
Yeah.
So, the Mister ever so nicely threw the baton over to me and said, you know what? Talk to us. What don't we know about women? So today we're saying what you don't know about women.
Yeah.
All right. Some of them may be a little bit obvious, but some of them may not have realized. So I'm praying by God's special grace that I communicate in a way that everyone can understand. Amen. All right. So if you like, because I took the lead from my wonderful leader here and made bullet points the same way he did last week, so that I'm not talking from head knowledge, but I'm talking from what the Lord ministered. All right. So I've got, firstly, we can be moody. I think that's probably like a non-brainer. Some people are like, oh, I knew that. I knew they could be moody. But we can be moody. And it's not actually something that we have control over. Okay. Yeah? Okay. So the estrogen levels in us are moving and fluctuating. So, every time you say there's the chemical imbalance, it really is. There's things in us that are moving up and down, up and down, up and down on a monthly basis. And just before our cycle, or for those that are in menopause and what have you, it just goes drastically up and down, and that greatly influences our mood. So we can be extremely happy one moment, and then we can extremely upset, extremely angry, just different mood swings just happening just like that. So I think that's where, the Bible clearly tells us that men should live with their wives with understanding, because how I always interpret that scripture is a thing of you using the woman as a study. So, like if you was a student and you had like a book and a paper, you're literally studying this wife. Your wife needs studying, because if she was to say to you, oh, I'm going to be like this tomorrow, she can't. If she was going to say, I'm going to be happy to do this tomorrow, even though I done it today, she won't. So you need to understand her and understand that there's a trend sometimes, but sometimes there's none. So as much as it's like, well, that doesn't actually help, actually it does. Because if you can understand that there's a pattern in my wife, then when she's coming up to her cycle, she's just like fluctuating here and there. She's just doing things erratic, moving, who put this here? Who put this there? Oh, I'm fed up. Just know that this is a time to back up, give her space. Say, you know what, babe? I just booked you a spa day. Go.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Go, release us so that we can vent off all those kind of emotions that are going up and down in our bodies somewhere else.
I've seen people saying, it will be, I'm thinking, okay. But I know I've said this thing before, but it's good to be hearing it from a woman.
Yes, I had to go and research it.
David Akoro said, really?
No, seriously.
Then he said,
No,
yes. Joseph Carroll said, at least another woman is saying, it is well. I think she's saying, it is well with us. So. Then Nosa Aswata said, why are wife body and women are not? Both are female. Well, no. Because wife, you're always with her.
Yes, I think sometimes let's not get it like
you think maybe the ladies outside
everyone else is nice and everyone else is wonderful and it's just my wife, or why is it just my wife? My wife. me. Maybe you've seen me and thought, oh, Sister Chioma or Pastor Chioma or whatever, she's really good. I can be moody too.
Yeah.
Me, I can be moody too. Like there will be times where my husband will be like, this is the time to quickly allow this woman space.
I think Pastor K said, is there what of they cause problems in the spa? He said, what if they cause problem in the spa? If you send them off to the spa and they cause problems.
No, it's a suggestion.
It's a suggestion.
No. What it is, we just need to relax.
Yeah, she said, I like that. He said louder, please. So it's true. The women are agreeing. So men, you need to learn this thing. Because I've said this thing before, but obviously I've not, because I've anyone who knows me knows that I observe. Yeah, and I study things, and I've seen that. I've said it before a number of times, the chemical reaction. But to hear it from a woman, I think is great, and it's probably the first time I'm even hearing it from you. And I'm seeing a lot of women are agreeing to it. So it's something, and like you said, the scripture says you must live with them
with understanding,
in knowledge. So it's something to understand. Okay, that's good.
All right, yeah. So I mean, on that point,
Nosa said, never seen a moody woman at work or to their boss. No, they wouldn't, because they are not in their comfort environment.
Exactly.
Yes,
that's another thing.
Yeah.
I think every woman has the ability to be moody. Not that they are controlling where they're moody.
Yeah.
Where their moodiness is being displayed.
Yeah.
Such a thing can be described as such, but it's just they're in their comfort zone, like you said. This is where they don't have their makeup on, they don't have everything in place, and where they can just be themselves.
And they have the right to. I mean, they should be allowed that space to be themselves. And Pastor K, for your comment, what if they cause problem in the spa? Bill said, customer is always right. So in that place, they won't be too. It won't be too bounce.
I think what Pastor Nosada is saying is that so it can be controlled. Well, maybe it can, maybe it can't. All women are quite different.
But also I do think that when you are in your home environment, that just there's always a place where you need to let out that emotion. Otherwise, then it becomes something that is bottled in, and if you can't let it out at work, you can't let it out. It's a mood swing. It's a swing.
It's swinging. As it swings that way, it says that same research says within 1 or 2 days after starting the cycle, then they actually balance out. So things actually now regularize. Before it was going up and down, then once it is now balances out and they're all right again. She's okay again, but it's something to bear in mind, so that in case you're now thinking, why is this woman always like this every time? Because most times we only remember the negative things. So it's not that she's always been like that or she always is like that, but because we all only take note of the negative things and not realizing there's a pattern and not realizing that there's something behind that's pushing that pattern, then we just think, oh, this woman is always like this, where it's not actually the case. It's not an excuse, but it is something that to bear in mind so that we know. All right, so what we got here? Moodiness depends on sorry. Okay, all right, so keep the comments coming in. It really does help. So we'll put in the comments.
Tablets for this, I don't think so. Go ahead.
It's a natural order that the Lord made for women. It's called estrogen, so it's part of the estrogen balancing out. All right, so another point I've got here that men need to know is most women do want to submit. Most women, I'm probably all, but most women do want to submit. Women, many women take pride in knowing that, I achieved something great. I helped my husband, or I helped, in the dream or a vision that we had or that he had. I was an instrumental part in helping. We take pride in that. Not that I led, no, because it's submission we're talking about. I helped to see, to help you in whatever it is that you wanted to do. Most women take pride in the ability to do that. So women, we love projects. If you didn't know, like, we love projects. Like, give a woman a project, she's on it. It's the same way that, just think about it. If you have like raw materials, if it's cooking ingredients, if it's material, if it's a business idea, we love projects. We will now be on that project like, nothing else. We'll get the things together. We'll put the ingredients together, make a cake, put the ingredients together, make an amazing soup, put the ingredients together, make a dress, make a hamper, make a, whatever it is, just give us the raw materials, we'll do it. So we love projects. It's a natural thing in us, but in doing that, we need to, it's like, try and make it easy for us, not easy, but try and make it enjoyable for us, so that we're not just there, value our input. Like, we love our inputs to be valued. Actually want to listen to our voice, or what we have to say. Most times, I think even the people in the office say, oh, we're going to ask Pastor this thing, but I know he's going to say, let me ask my wife, not to say that he can't make the decision without me. 100% he can, but he knows that to get the best out of me, he needs to carry me along. Whether whatever I said makes a difference or it does not make a difference, it doesn't actually really matter. It's just that I need to be carried along. So he makes a very conscious effort to ensure that I'm in the picture and it's not a surprise to me. Because the day it's a surprise to me, it's like, oh, okay, you're doing that. Okay, all right. And I will not be interested, because I'll be like, well, why didn't I know this from before? How come you didn't? Why is this new to me now? So being carried along and, being carried along and being told and being part of it, having our opinions heard and all the rest of it, help us to be submissive to you. If you want a wife to be submissive to you, carry her along. Make her opinion count. Make it something that, in fact, if I could not make this decision without you, but probably you could, but make her have that notion so that she knows that she's valued, like her opinions and everything about what she has to say is valued.
And just to, someone has said, Pastor K, Pastor K was saying, is there a tablet for the mood? Someone has said, more love and understanding is the tablet.
Yeah.
All right. So,
yeah.
You can.
It's true. Live a way of understanding. The love your wife, understand. Love, understand.
So that is the tablet.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys agree with the fact that most women, how did you put it? Most women do want to submit.
Yeah.
Do we agree with that? What's your view? About most women wanting to submit? I'm just throwing that out, but
yeah. No. I understand. You're trying to make the conversation juicy because you're thinking, well, maybe the people I've cancelled. I'm not sure about that, but
I'm just thinking in a big scope.
Yeah.
It's I'm not disputing, whatever you're putting forward, because the thing is, this is coming from a woman's perspective, and we need to hear it, and take it and apply it, and instead of arguing with it, but also the ability to question it, to get more, from it. I think is important.
I put it this way, like, you got to realize that as a woman, especially a Christian woman that is getting married to a Christian man and wants to live a life as a Christian, according to the way the Lord has designed it to be.
And people say, yes, they agree.
Okay. Yeah. So we know that we are not the head. Yeah. We know that. In the same way, we also know that it's like we've now willingly given our independence, given our freedom, given our ability to do things freely to somebody else.
Yeah.
It's like an egg. We've now given something that's so precious to us to somebody else and said, here, manage. And then if we now see that the person doesn't look like they are being careful with this egg, in fact, they're juggling it, or they're throwing it in the air and looking to see whether it drops. If we see that they're being careless with what it is that we've given to them, then we'll be thinking, no, I have to find a way. Let me get this egg back. I have to protect. We now go into survival mode. So it's not to say that we didn't want to submit. It's just that we now saw that this submission that this freedom, or independence, or whatever, that I gave up or gave away, because we all came from different backgrounds. The man was living independently by himself before, and the woman was living independently by herself before. Then all of a sudden we've now come together, and then one person has willingly stepped under and allowed the other person to step on top. So we've now seen that this person is not being careful with this newfound leadership. And instead of him, being careful with what I've given to him, he's now, being careless. So somehow we now become I'm going to put buffers around me so that, or padding around so that this egg does not now fall and smash. So it's that kind of analogy that it now happens, that some women now, instead of continuing to be submissive and freely allow the person to do whatever with the egg, with that full liberty, we now become into like padding, survival mode, binoculars, checking, are they really throwing the thing well, or so if we can see that a man is being very cautious and being very careful and being very very good with what we've given to them, which is our freedom. If you're not free, I'm using words that I'm thinking it may cause issues, but it's not really.
It's not meant in that way.
Yeah, it's not meant in like we're now slaves, no. But it's if we see that they're being careful, then that submission is even the more easier. And it's without you, the man, now seeing those buffers, and you now seeing those paddings, and you now seeing all those things that we've put in place, because we're trying to survive.
I think quite a lot of people agree with what you're saying, because I'm seeing a lot of the comments are in the affirmative. I'll read this one from a man, Pastor K. He said, I think so. I believe that when the woman marries her husband, her original intention is to submit to her husband. That only changes if the man is irresponsible with her. And being irresponsible, some people think, being irresponsible is that you are drinking or you're smoking. No. Sometimes irresponsibility is when you are not providing the kind of leadership that puts her mind at peace. When you are not providing the leadership that puts her mind at peace, the leadership that she can see that you are going somewhere, then it becomes a problem. It's like, for example, when you think of, there are people who have migrated from one nation, their own nation that they actually love, they would have loved to live in, migrated from there to another nation because of the leadership of their nation. They can't trust they can't trust that there's a future for them
in that nation.
They can't see where this country is going. And so they start looking for, an escape route. So, that's good. All right, let's go. Give us more.
So, you sure?
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready.
So, I mean, still on that submission thing, if ways that can help is if we, like you're saying, with a vision, if we know the vision. If the Bible clearly says that write the vision, make it plain, so that those that come will know how to run. So if as a man who is the leader of his home is writing visions down, he's painting pictures, the wife can interpret those pictures, she can understand it, she's now giving color, even more color to that picture, so she's ready to run because she understands it. But if you're just saying, oh, I need you to stop spending money, like, why? Like, just stop spending money. I'll just stop spending money. We need to save. Okay, but why. She doesn't have that understanding. But if you're now like, okay, I'm thinking it's time for us to start investing. We need to start saving money. There's many businesses coming, and it's good for us to be ready when something happens. So every month, let's try and save this. That's already painted a picture. That's already making her think, okay, it's for investment so that even more money can grow. Okay, let's do it. She's now, she'll now even find more ways to do it, because most times, not all the time, most times women are the ones that do the food shopping. So maybe she'll now, what? Let's not, instead of spending, let's say for argument's sake, £100 a week on food, let's spend 50. We'll be able to manage. We'll be able to, do leftover kind of things and make it work. So if a man is given a vision clearly interpretable, then the woman will be able to run. And those are also ways of being able to submit. Do you agree?
Yeah. No, it's good.
I'm kind of nervous because it's not like saying much as you usually would.
So, I'm listening. I'm listening to you.
All right. Okay. All right. I hope everyone else understands it as well, because I know that our neighbor says that, yeah, your husband's a priest. You can tell anybody and they'll do it. Be like, yes, they're sold. So I'm not always the best in speaking clearly. No,
I think we're getting clear.
But I think, we
do get it.
Okay, all right. Another big one, which the Lord, I hope, not I hope, it's the Lord that made me say this, and I hope that people can get it, is most women have been hurt emotionally before. Most women have been hurt emotionally before by someone that they trusted in a loving relationship, that they thought was going to the altar. But for some reason, the guy dropped her way before and picked up someone else, or continued his run with someone else he was also running to the altar with. Believe it or not, a lot of women, unknowing to them at the time, have been in some sort of, game that a man has been playing, that he's dating A over here and dating B over there and having C over there, doing like a little buffet pick and mix. He's not sure which one he wants to continue with, and unknown to the woman, she's part of this game. Then all of a sudden she now gets dropped, only to realize later, when maybe receive wedding card or see pictures of marriage, or he just says, you know what, this is not going anywhere, and then and it's now a devastation to her. So with that emotional hurt and that, she now obviously sit back and start analyzing and say, what? Hold on, we were together all this time. How come I didn't know? Then before you know it, she's now thinking to herself, oh, is that what happened when he wasn't picking my call that time? Or is that what happened when I was calling this person and calling that person and both of their phones were not going through? Oh, is that what happened when our minds will now be going haywire, So coming from that hurt position to now, God so kind, you were able to get over it somehow, by God's special grace, then you now end up in a marriage. If the man doesn't know these situations that happen to you, he would not now know that you may have scars that are now, you have barriers put up on your emotions, because you don't want to be vulnerable.
Those scars, do they heal for a woman? Well, do those scars, do they actually heal?
I think they're healable. In terms of, I think it kind of depends on the way the husband a little bit will now be treating her. Because if she now sees little traits, it shouldn't be like that.
No, because I'm just thinking, why should the man who then took her to the altar,
have to suffer the pains of Johnny,
the pains of the man, who dropped her halfway? I mean, her pain is that Mr. A dropped her halfway and didn't get her to the altar on the journey. Someone then picked her up. The person was giving her a ride, dropped her in the
desert.
Middle of the runway, or in the desert. Somebody came, picked her up,
took her to the promised land.
you know, put her in the car and took her to the promised land. But yet they get there, and then this one who got her there is not having to suffer for.
She's not giving him desert experience.
Yeah, giving him desert experience. I mean, shouldn't she be able to advise herself and not put the weight of her healing on this man that have gotten her to where they are going to, and actually, you know, be healed.
Yeah, allow herself to be healed.
Yeah,
it's literally. I think, like you're saying, it really does. It depends on the woman. Yeah, because if she, I mean, loads of people, like I said, have gone through this. If she would now just say to herself, you know what, this is not Johnny. This is Moses.
Yeah.
You know, it's not Johnny.
I didn't cause your trouble, right? I'm not the cause of your problem.
Yeah, you know.
Why are you trying to now put it on me?
Take every trace of that person away. Know that, you know, is even though you went through that, you're not meant to stay in that. Yeah. You know, even though you went through it, it's not meant to be something that ruins you, but builds you.
And then someone just asked a question. Sorry, I'm cutting it. Pussy Prince said, does that not also apply to men too? They just deal with hurt differently to women. So she's saying, do they not get hurt also in relationships? Yeah. Have they not been dropped by women, cheated on by women, maybe in past relationships? And is it not that they just deal with their hurt differently and don't bring it, although some do, bring it into the new relationship, and then put that weight on the person. So I think that you need to heal. Yeah. And you need to find a way to heal.
Yeah, you definitely
so that somebody else don't suffer
somebody else's mistakes.
Yeah, for that mistake, because you're using yesterday to ruin today, and then you sap the whole joy out of your present relationship, which probably is a relationship now that you are in, that you're going to be in for the rest of your life. You are using yesterday, you know, to
rob you of your today, literally. So I think sometimes you just have to get to the point where you just realize, you know what, God is the one that saved me. In fact, it wasn't a bad thing, it was a good thing. God saved me from a lifetime of misery. You know, because if the person can be,
as someone says, some men also bring that emotion to the promised land, which I think whether it be a man or it be a woman, you know, I don't think it should ever be brought. You know, you should heal and don't let someone else suffer for that.
Exactly. And I think talk about it as well, because you've decided that you said I do to whoever, your wife or your husband, for the rest of your life. So talk about it. You know, if you've been hurt before, just talk about it, so that your spouse will now know that, you know, I need to take an extra effort, maybe, to just keep her informed. So when I'm not picking up my calls, you know, she's not now thinking something odd, you know, or when I'm not answering things, or, you know, I just let me help her to just know that there's never anything there, so that she can be at peace, or he can be at peace. So I think it's very, very important. We've got a very long comment there. I'd love to.
Yeah. Well, quite a number of comments, but I'm going to let me pull up some. Okay. Yeah. All right. This one is said, most of the time is when they don't love their present spouse. That's why they don't heal. So she's saying, if you genuinely love your present spouse, then you would see in your present spouse
there's nothing
something that is different from the other. This comment, which is a long comment, I'm going to read it, but I think it kind of ties with this comment as well. Pastor K said, what about in the society where being submissive is looked upon as being weak? Okay. Yeah, so bear that in mind. Yeah. And then this person is said, okay, Pastor Moses, I enjoyed your program a lot. It's a good program. I love it. So I would like to use this opportunity to find out some things from you and Mama. So talking about submission, do you think this is still submission, okay, there's still submission in the church, how much more the society, even with this trend that is going on, that what a man can do, a woman can do it even better. So do you think this submission is still something that is possible and obtainable?
Okay.
So he's basically saying, is there still submission happening in church? Even between wives and their husbands? Are women still submitting to their husband in church, not to talk of
the wider society?
Yeah, the wider society.
Well, I think submission is submission.
Yeah, well, I think for this is the way I look at it.
Yeah.
The thing is that many a time we're always thinking what the other person should do.
Yeah.
And not thinking what we should do.
What's required from me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I saw a short clip today.
Yeah.
And someone asked the lady. The guy was asking, he was doing random interviews. Okay. Then he asked this lady, what kind of man would you be interested into marriage? She said he has to be born again. Then the guy said, ask her, what is your take about, sex in and marriage? Yeah, sex before marriage.
Okay.
Yeah. So not sex in marriage, sex before marriage. Yeah. Then she said, my opinion is the Bible's opinion. Yeah. So the guy said, the lady now said, what does the Bible say? He said, yeah, I know what the Bible says, but what is your opinion? Yeah. She said, I don't have an opinion outside the Bible.
Yeah.
My opinion is the Bible's opinion.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm bringing that to say that submission is Bible. It should be practiced. Whether society sees it as weakness, it is what the Bible says. Society is not working.
Society is a mess.
Exactly. So we shouldn't buy into that. I think we should, as children of God, practice what the Bible says. And if we do that, then we win. There are many more comments.
But this is good. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Princess Fana said he needs to let her heal before taking her to the altar.
But why she's not showing it?
Okay, so that's why she should be open.
That's why she should be open.
Yeah, be open and talk about the heart.
But not like over. I don't know. Well, it depends. It's just there has to be a point where you decide that I'm going to be healed from this. Yeah. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to be able to be vulnerable again. Because the Bible says they were both naked and not ashamed. Yeah. That means there's a level of vulnerability that you have to share and show to your spouse.
To your spouse, yeah. So you're dating somebody. You should, if you are hot and you're still dealing with the hot, you should talk about it. She said that's why certain conversations are imperative. Why dating and courting? That's why I think it's important for one to allow themselves some time to heal after one broken relationship before entering into the next. Yeah. Talk less of rushing into marriage after a broken relationship.
Very true.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Pastor Hugo said, yes, Pastor, it's an act of foolishness, I think, to put the weight of yesterday's mistake to the person that have taken you to the promised land. At least he saw the value in you.
Exactly. That's such a great comment. He saw the value in you. He saw that you are worth it. Yeah. And that's another thing, because when women come off of that kind of situation, they now look inwardly and think that there's a problem with them. Yeah. There must be a problem with me, or nobody wants me.
No, there's no problem with you.
Problem with you.
The problem is with the person.
Yeah. And God just delivered you from it. Just see it as a mighty deliverance.
See it as a deliverance.
Do a thanksgiving, do praise, do all kinds of things. Like, come and see, can't do testimony. God delivered me, all people.
I
would have been crying every day.
When you are now already married.
Yeah.
Then how do you deal with it?
Come and celebrate with me. One. All right. Yeah, it looks like we can't finish. But
okay. So part 2, ladies loading.
Most women, because you were talking about the other time, and I was like, what? You were talking about the other time that men, I don't know, the intimacy part. What was your point on the intimacy?
You should remember.
I should remember.
Yeah.
I know it. But because I did watch it back, by the way. I do watch it back. I did watch it back. I do remember. It's because I practice it, you know. It's because I practice. So, see, my notes have gone now. Even my notes are failing me. What's wrong with you, notes? So, yeah. Oh my God, no, I can't find it. Really?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I can't find it. Oh my God. So anyway, I'll keep on talking a little bit. Well, oh my God, where's my notes gone? No, serious.
I hope you didn't delete them.
The excitement. Oh dear.
David Akora said, I think I like this. Vulnerability. Yeah, it's important. Yeah, why are you finding it? Someone's asked a question. He said, really want to know how best to react to the moody nature of a lady.
How best to react?
Yes.
I think, like I said,
shouldn't react, isn't it? Just
okay. How do you react?
No, I think just understand that this is temporary. Yeah. It's just for a season. I don't think that the woman wants you to do anything. You know, it's not really about your reacting and not reacting. I think many times it's just allow her the space for her to come through that moment. And like you said earlier, which I think maybe be liberating for a lot of people to hear, it's not necessarily something under her control. There are things going on in the system of the person. Say it this way. When you are sick, when you're feeling sick, you
can't help but to sneeze.
Yeah, you can't help but to sneeze. Exactly. When you're feeling sick, you can't help but to sneeze. You can't help the way your body feels. Sometimes, even if you want to force a smile, it's difficult for you to actually force that smile to come out. So I personally see it that's the place where the woman is at that time. So if you allow them time, care, time, they would come out of it. It is when it's a problem is when, you know, you've gone an entire week and she's still there. You've gone a month, she's still there. It's not like, okay, something that 1 day or 2 days, then that's where there's a problem. You know, and sometimes, you know, if you ask them, you know, I hope everything is okay. They say, oh yeah, I'm fine. You know, are you okay? And all of that. Sometimes, you know, that would eat fruit. Sometimes it wouldn't, but it's okay to
maybe
ask.
Just not take it personal as well.
Yeah, and
just
then don't take it personal. It's not about you.
Yeah.
It's nothing that you have done.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, if that moodiness is about an issue, if it's not just about the chemical reactions in her, if it's about an issue, you would know. But even if you don't know, you can say to her, look, if there's anything that's the problem, whenever you're ready to talk about it, I'm available and I'm ready to speak. And I think that she would be able to connect with you in that, and that should work.
Yeah. For some reason, I still can't find these notes. I don't know what happened.
Too much excitement.
I'm there pressing things. It's no good. Oh dear. Anywho, from memory, the next point that I wanted to make was that us women, we do love intimacy as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we do love it as well, because men think that, oh, my wife, every time she's tired, every time she's this, every time she's that. It's not.
I think a lot of men would be happy to hear that women love intimacy, because no, it's true, because I'm sure that the way women behave, some women behave sometimes when it comes to intimacy, it makes it look like it is something they are doing for the man.
No.
So let me give it to you. Are you giving it to me, or are we? No, I'm just asking. Is it something you are giving to him?
Is it a gift? Is it a present?
Even if there's giving in it, it's even the man that is giving. It's true.
Oh God.
So and men will be happy to hear that.
No, we love it too.
Women love it.
Not like, I'm using my words carefully. Okay. Love. Yeah. We love it too. We want it more even, and longer, and all of that.
The thanks given by the men. Men, give God praise. Hallelujah.
No, we do, honestly. But I think sometimes, you know, there's a famous, not famous, but there's a saying that I've heard and I adopt as well, that men are like light switch. You just turn it on, turn it off, ready, boom, on is on, off is off. But women, we're like pressing irons. Yeah. So we need some time, take some time, need some time. But once we now, like an iron that you use to iron clothes, but once we get hot, we're hot and we're ready and we're steaming and, everything, we're ready. But we need some time. And sometimes the men are not ready to give us that time. They just want the light switch on and off. Bam, 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 done. We're like, we need more. We need the pressing iron level. So sometimes it's that. Some other times we just need the men to now realize that there's some things to be done that during the day, or even whatever, that can help to ensure that such activity will happen in the evening or whenever time you decide that it's going to happen.
But do those activity, should you always be in the evening? Should you always be a night?
I said that's why I said whenever.
Okay, whenever. Okay.
Thank God though. I said
no, because I'm just trying to understand. Yeah. Because it's like now
it's always night.
Yeah, it's always put
when
in
someone
the
is
night
going to
business.
sleep.
Why is it always in the night? The things that are always in the night are questionable. Should always be the night. There should be it's true.
Okay, but what I'm saying anyway is that the kind of things that can help, because women, we know men are busy. We know you've got so many responsibilities. We know that, but also know that we too are also busy.
Yeah.
Especially in societies where women are working, or you as a family you have children, so you now have a working mother, and she's thinking about food, she's thinking about shopping, she's not even thinking doing them. Also, she's what's the other one? She's cooking, she's doing homework, she's cleaning the house, she's there's so many things that are on her on a daily basis, that by the time bedroom action is thought about, they're exhausted. So if we want such action, my suggestion, humble suggestion, all wonderful men that are listening, and so is help the woman out in some of those areas that you can see. It's for your own good. You're helping her for something, not that it's give and take, but it will be very much appreciated. And anything that's appreciated usually is celebrated. So since we want that celebration, whether at night, whether at day, let us help each other out. And that way you're taking a burden off her, so that you're reserving her energy, so that she can use that energy somewhere else.
I think one topic we should probably no because I was thinking one topic that we should probably discuss in one of our this thing is, are women busier than men? Or are men busier than women? Yeah, I think that no, I would like to understand that. So it would be a topic that we do when we finish this series. No,
that's why I said
what you don't know about men.
Men are busy, we know. Women are also busy as well. Yeah. But I'm just trying to make a comment.
I'm putting up some of the comments, so people can read, even the ones I can't read through. Ugo Achoma said, must this activity be controlled by the women?
Yes. Chishri said, no gas. We're empty.
Yeah.
So the energy, help us so that we can have energy.
Reprioritize now. Yeah. So it's not always...
maybe. Yeah. I think, I know me personally, I'm one of those people, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. By the time you know it, I've probably done, out of the 30 things, I've probably done 3. So sometimes it's just overthinking that you can do everything. You're not a superwoman.
So we're going to discuss that topic. Are women busier than men, or are men busy? No, it's true. I think it would be an important topic. Mega G said, night, because both parties are doing other things during the day and can only relax for that at night. So that relaxation, and that's when the talk "I'm tired" comes in. Because the person has used up their energy during the day. If someone said, sometimes some men treat it as their thing only.
Yeah.
Give me, I want, and not care what the woman wants or feels.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. The light switch on, off. You do your thing, boom, 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 you're done.
And it's
then
not
when
good. It shouldn't be something that is being done for the man. You shouldn't see it as, I want this thing. It should be
it's a together thing. It's a together
the two
thing.
People have to,
yeah,
you know. And Chitro said, thank you, Sister Chioma, it's very true. Eddie said, I like the example of light switch and pressing iron. So men are from Mars, women from Venus, but shouldn't there be a middle ground?
Yeah,
there has to be a middle ground. So we have to try and find it. Well, guys, the time is ticking.
Time is gone.
But you've covered a lot today, and I think, you know, a lot of food for thought. There will be a part 2 because the missus is not exhausted. But the next time we are back on, we'll be doing the part 2 of what you don't know about men. And if you have not watched part 1, we did it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Search on our YouTube channel. Yeah. And just type what you don't know about men. Talk with the missus. You would find it. You need to watch it.
Serious.
And then, of course, you know, we've watched, you've been part of today. And so in 2 weeks' time, we'll be doing part 2 of what you don't know about men. And it's real. I mean, we don't have prior conversations today, so it's live, and that's why things are popping up. And Tim Asmaisen said men should iron more. Okay, so they should leave the switch, but you need the switch for the iron to turn on.
Yeah. But just know that both of them work together. Yeah,
both of them work together, exactly. So, you know, maybe allow the iron to get hot. Allow the iron to get hot and do what it takes. I mean, when you put your clothes on an ironing board and you switch on an iron, you don't just you wait for the iron to, then the iron will now, some iron with light, they will have the red light on
that stay.
No, some will, when you turn it on, there will be red light. Then after some time it will not go off. You know that it's not ready to iron. Or some, the light will be flicking, then it will stay. So, you know, men,
you know how your wife works. So
yes, so you should understand. It's not just you just put the iron on the cloth. You'll be spraying water, and especially if it's steam iron and you're not pressing spray water, you will get your cloth wet. It will not be iron, you still be squeezed.
Talk about analogies. Wow, that's interesting. All right, guys, it's been a very good talk. I hope, I pray. I trust that we all went away with something, that women can be moody, not by choice, by chemical balances, estrogen moving up and down. So just know, study your wife. You know when that time is coming. So just, you know, kind of give her a little bit of space. It's nothing to do with you. It's just her thing. But women too, we should give, you know, a small chance. Let's not overdo it with the moodiness and just, oh, this is me, this is how I made up. This is no. There are times where you can actually try to control it.
Let the Holy Spirit take over.
Yeah, you know,
your heart.
So that it's not, you're not overdoing in the moodiness area. And then what were the other things spoken of? I know obviously we spoke about the submission side of things. We do want to submit, carry us along, you know, we really do. We love to help. We love to, you know, be part of the story, the glory story. You know, you say behind every successful man is a woman. We love that, you know. So help us to help you, you know, it's because some men, they just don't, you know, help the woman to help, to be free to help. So yeah. And we also spoke about bedroom action. You know, we love it. We really do, actually. Yeah, we do. So allow us to love it, and, you know, be pressing the iron and all the different things you need to be doing so that we can be there.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Let me make this announcement.
Yeah.
This Sunday, we have our family class Sunday.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We do family class Sundays. And I mean, yes, we've laughed and we've talked here, but we get into some really serious stuff. So Family Class Sunday, you can join us online on these same platforms, whether Facebook or YouTube, whatever platform you are on now.
Yeah.
Family Class Sunday, this Sunday, and I'll be dealing with some very, very serious things. So you need it, and please join in by 10 a.m. on Sunday. If you're at your church at that time, 10 a.m. UK time. If you're at your church at that time, you can watch it back later. But I trust me, it will be of great help to you and great help to your family. Yeah. We will be back in 2 weeks' time, exactly. Thursday, 7 p.m. Watch out for the time. Share the broadcast. Let others know. And we'll be dealing with part 2 of what you don't know about men. And then the week that follows, 2 weeks after that, we will come back to part 2 of the women. It's always a joy. Hey, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, do it now.
No, what you been waiting for, firstly? What you been
do it now.
What you been waiting for? What?
Yeah. We have 2 YouTube channels we want you to subscribe to. Do it now. I mean, literally click the subscribe button and click the notification bell. So whenever we are live, you're one of the first to know. There's the Pastor Moses GCF YouTube channel, and then there's the FMC TV YouTube channel. So FMC TV YouTube channel and Pastor Moses GCF YouTube channel. Both of them, you need to subscribe to them because we do different programs on board. And I mean, this is where we're going to wrap it up for the evening, and we hope that you've enjoyed. Put to practice what you've heard, and thank you for all of you who have contributed literally from everywhere. Europe, Africa, North America. I don't know if anyone joined from Asia today, but we have people who are plugged into this from just across the globe. So we love you guys. God bless you, and
thank you. And
I'm sure that's all the announcement, isn't it?
Yeah. Tomorrow is.
Oh yeah, tomorrow and Zion Prevail, 6 a.m. in the morning. You don't want to miss it. God is doing awesome things. I mean, literally, before we came live this evening, someone was sharing amazing testimony with me. It's just a daily occurrence of testimonies. So join us again this week. We're praying on our August pleasant surprise, and you would have yours. And by tomorrow morning, Friday, we'll tell you what we'll be praying on the following week. We are online every Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 6:30. Awesome, powerful prayer, all kinds of miracles. Blind eyes seeing, all kinds of unusual.
Literally the other day,
somebody with insanity healed by prayer online. So it's just evidence of miracles everywhere. So it's life-changing, and God will settle you. Amen. Love you guys. Click the subscribe button and do have a blessed evening. All right. God bless you. And this is where we say bye.